Okay, just a recommendation, try to enter at 12 o'clock, okay? Exactly at 12, because, for example, I can see that the meeting today, somebody entered 7 minutes ago. Entonces, si me entran 7 minutos antes de la clase, como que ustedes entran como iniciadores de la reunión y entonces hay algunos problemas a veces con la grabación, porque si ustedes se salen, se corta la grabación. Entonces, mi recomendación, entren a las 12 en punto. Yo por lo general entro a las 12 en punto porque les digo, tengo otra clase justo antes de esta. Entonces estaba yo terminando de dar instrucciones. But I normally enter at 12, okay? So please try to enter at 12 too, so we don't have any problems with the recording. This is advanced 1, right? Yes, you are taking advanced level 1.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, okay. Most of you haven't taken classes with me. Has anybody here taken intermediate level 2 with me? Could you raise your virtual hand? Okay, Jennifer, you took classes with me. Sorry, Jennifer. Are you happy or no that you have me as your teacher one more time?
Yes, I'm happy.
Okay, that's good. So the rest of you, have you taken these courses before or not? Can you raise your hand if you have taken the courses at WAP, like these online courses before? No, all of you are new. Is Humberto?
Yes, I knew in this
Okay,
course
Andrea,
in
you
the web.
took, okay. So Andrea, you took advanced intermediate level 2 before? Diana? Okay. So
Yes,
I want to
teacher, I
know.
took,
Yes,
sorry, I took intermediate level 1 before.
Okay, but not with me.
Yes, with you.
With me. Okay. I'm so sorry. Okay, my memory. No, it's my fault. But I have so many students. I don't know. Every semester I have like 200 or 300 students, and so it takes me a while to remember your voices, especially because I'm not seeing your faces. I just hear you, and so it's a little bit harder to create a memory. Okay, and so sorry about that. So very quickly, for those of you who have taken courses before, then you already have an idea, but most of you haven't. So I'm gonna just very quickly at the very beginning, just explain how we work. I'm gonna speak in English most of the time, but if you have questions, don't be shy, okay? Just ask the questions. It's the first day of classes. Of course, it's gonna be kind of like, okay, the teacher maybe is speaking a little bit too fast and things like that. So just don't worry, okay? You're gonna get used to, and then if you have questions, just ask me because that is the best way. Diana, can you put your hand down so I don't get confused that you have an actual question? Thank you, Diana. So before that, I'm gonna start, but I want to take attendance first. Give me a second. So very quickly, who is here in class? I have Humberto. Humberto, I'm just checking if your microphone is working. So Humberto is working. Diana, Paula, sorry. Yes, okay. Here present Adair, hi.
Yeah, hi, teacher.
Calonada, okay. Brian de Jesus,
Hi, teacher.
okay. I'm trying to find, what is your last name? De Jesus, right?
Yes, my
Okay,
last
I was
name is
like
De
thinking
Jesus.
that, yeah, I was thinking that it was your name, okay. Diana Belen,
I'm here, teacher.
good afternoon. Ana Gabriela,
Hi, teacher. I'm here.
good afternoon. Andrea Navarrete,
Here, teacher.
good afternoon. And I have Christian Becerra,
Yep, I'm here, teacher.
good afternoon. Arumi,
Hi, teacher. Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you. Jesus Morales. Hi, okay. Is your microphone working now? Okay, Jennifer Cervantes.
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Betsy Segura.
Yes, hi.
Good afternoon, Francisco Morales.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, good afternoon. Christian
Hi,
Javier.
teacher.
Good afternoon, Paulina.
Hi, teacher.
Paulina, did you take classes with me before?
Excuse me?
Did you take classes with me? No.
No.
No, okay. Xochitl Campos.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Okay, let me just the other. Maria Lorena.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Lorena. Did you take classes with me?
Yes,
Yes, okay. Intermediate level 2, right?
yes.
Okay. So I think I have all of you. Okay, good. It's almost, we are in total 23 students, but I am missing 2, 4, 5, 6 students today, okay? So very quickly, for those of you who have taken classes with me, you know how I work. But for those of you who are taking courses for the first time or you took classes with another teacher, sorry, then it's very fast, just and very brief introductions on the course policies. Well, this is English Advanced 1. My name is Irene Andrade Parra. I will be your teacher, okay? If you want to communicate, because maybe you need to let me know something, an emergency happened and you cannot be in class, something like that, then please write on the private chat of Teams. That is the best way to communicate with me because I normally check it on my phone and so I'm able to know that, oh, the student who is sending me a message is from the courses, online courses. So my name as in the on the private chat is Docente43. You can send me a message using that, and then I will receive it and check it, and then I reply. Okay. Sometimes maybe if you send me a message on Monday, Tuesday, etc., very early, I have classes in the morning in a private university, so I'm not able to answer until very late, probably at 4 or 6. And then on Sundays, normally I don't reply, maybe Saturdays or in the afternoon during the weekdays. Those are the best times to send me a message. The courses are from today until December 6th. The only day that we don't have classes is on November 1st. That's it. Okay. I know some of you may be BOAP students, and I know that sometimes BOAP gives you the puente, okay, the extra days. That doesn't happen for us. We have a very specific dates, and so that's it. That's the only day that I don't see you. From today until December 6th, we have classes every day except November the 1st, okay? Our classes are from 12 to 4 o'clock. I give you a short break in the middle. I cannot give you more than 15 minutes. Sometimes I don't give you the 15 minutes. I give you maybe 12 or 10 minutes, and it's right in the middle of the class, okay? So please be aware of that. I know that it's hard to be sitting for 4 hours, but just hang in there, okay? I already have 4 hours before this, so I'm already used to it, sitting for so long, but I'm gonna give you a break, okay, in the middle. Our classes last 4 hours. We have 60 hours in total, 15 weeks in total, okay? So just have that in mind. Sometimes the students start the class very enthusiastic and with a lot of energy, but then maybe things like homework or maybe work or I don't know, life happens and then you miss 1 or 2 classes. If you miss 1 or 2 classes, no problem, okay? But if you miss 8 classes or if you miss 10 classes, then just be aware that I'm not going to be able to take into account your exam for or your evaluation. First of all, because we have partials and we have departamentales. And so if you are not in class, you are not really, you're not going to be able to answer the exams, okay? So just be careful with that. One missing, one absence, 2 absence, it's okay. Maybe 3 absence is fine, but if it's something like very excessive, like 8 classes or something like that, then just have that in mind that I'm not gonna take into account, even if you come to the class, because I'm gonna be able to. I mean, you can enter the class and you can watch the recordings at home, but these courses are synchronous, so that means that it happens, you have to be in class, even though it's online. So just be careful with that. Sorry about here. It's Saturday, no Monday, and Wednesday. We have exams. They are divided into 2 types. Departamentales, this is what we call a midterm exam and a final exam. And so this is based on the grammar and vocabulary that we are going to cover. You are advanced level 1, so that means that we start the book. And so for the first exam, you have unit 1, 2, and 3, vocabulary and grammar for those 3 units. And for the last exam, you have the other 3 units, number 4, 5, and 6, vocabulary and grammar. And so those exams are, you have to be in class. For this one, we do it in the first 2 hours, and for this one, we do it in the last 2 hours of the class, okay? Be very careful. Sometimes I miss the class, and then I forgot that I had exam. Entonces se me olvida presentarme el día del examen y a lo mejor incluso falto una semana después del examen. Y al final les muestro su Excel y me dicen, es que no sabía yo que había examen. I'm showing you the dates right now. Estas fechas no cambian. Estas fechas siempre son así. For the partial evaluation, there can be some kind of flexibility. I may be able to, maybe because of the number of students, I may divide it in 2 sections. And so maybe one group presents before or after the date, and the other section presents right the date. So it depends for these ones because these are more like a speaking or writing test or like presentations. So things like that, which I'm gonna consider. I assign homework, but my idea with the activities for homework is that you do it because it's summative evaluation, not summative evaluation, sorry, formative evaluation. What is the meaning of that? That you are doing something to improve, to be able to be ready for the summative, for the grade, okay? So if you don't do the activities for homework, no problem. I don't take points from your score, no les quito puntos, pero sí como que cómo van a llegar al examen, okay? Si no practican. And so that's the intention of homework. Sometimes the students have the idea that, oh, if I participate, then I have to give you points. I don't have that kind of mentality as a teacher. I think that if you are in the class, you have to participate because it's part of your, I don't know, the things that you have to do as a student, right? As my role as a teacher is to present and provide information, provide exercises, etc. That is my role. So your role as a student is to participate in class. So I don't take participation. Participation is mandatory, okay? So just have that in mind because you have to develop the skills. And so if you don't participate, how are you going to develop speaking? How are you going to develop writing? How are you going to improve your reading and listening skills if you are not paying attention in class? So just have that in mind. All of that is part of the formative, okay? Lo que tienen que ir haciendo para poder llegar a la evaluación y presentar la evaluación y pasarla, okay? So just have that in mind. I'm gonna assign some homework that says optional. Si hacen esa actividad de tarea que dice opcional, les agrego décimas en su calificación, ¿ok? Ya sea en su calificación de speaking o en su calificación departamental, dependiendo de en cuál necesiten más el apoyo. But there are going to be 2 activities that are going to be mandatory, and I'm going to consider them for the evaluation of the partial, okay? So in the partial evaluation, you need to do an oral presentation in most cases, but I want to include a little bit of writing, and so that's why I'm gonna assign 2 activities that are mandatory. They don't take a long time. Maybe you have to spend 20 minutes, and maybe you have to watch a video and then write a small paragraph, commenting or writing an opinion about it, and that's it, okay? So just have that in mind. When the activity says homework and it says optional, if you don't want to do it, no problem. But if it says mandatory, then you need to do it because it's part of your partial evaluation. Va a tomar como 10%, 20% de esa calificación parcial. Entonces, si no la hacen, no la entregan en tiempo, no les voy a tomar ese 20 o 10% de su calificación parcial. So just be very, very careful. Any questions about this, about exams and the way I'm gonna evaluate you? No? Are you sure?
No.
Okay. You need to have, if you're worried about your grades, Just remember that to take the following course, which is Advanced 2, you need a 7 as a minimum grade. But if you want to get la constancia, les dan una constancia de que tomaron 60 horas de inglés avanzado 1, bla, bla, bla. Esa constancia, para eso necesitan un mínimo de 8, ¿ok? Si no presentan uno de estos 4 exámenes, en automático no pueden sacar ya el 8. So just have that in mind, okay? If you are worried about your grade, then you need to present all of the exams. I normally give you a rubric for evaluation of the speaking, and so pay attention, and I give you instructions and very specific information about what I want in the presentation. This is the book that we are using. We are going to work from Unit 1 to Unit 6. It's American Headway 4, and it's third edition, okay? So it's very important that you are aware that we are using the third edition because the book has more than just one edition, and so it's important that if you want to buy it physically, maybe you are not going to be able to buy it in the third edition, okay? If you go to the platform or the link that I share with you on the chat, this is the book, the student book. This is the main one that we are going to be using, okay? So just be careful with the cover, and that is a student, and it's at American Headway level 4. If you have more questions about the book, you can ask them at the end of the session before I can give you more information about this, okay? All the sessions are recorded. We have them if you go to Teams, to the advanced one, let me go here. And so here you have, este es el canal general, las publicaciones, and then you have archivos or files. And there are two files at the end of the class. One is materials of the class, and there is going to be another that says recordings, okay? Van a tener otra carpeta que dicen grabaciones. Ahí pueden consultar las grabaciones si llegan a faltar a lo mejor, o si algo no les quedó claro, pueden revisar esas grabaciones, okay? And here you have materials. And so, for example, the course policies, you can find them there. And all of the material that we are going to be using today is there. This is week 1, so that's why it says 0.01, okay? Because it's the week that we are working, okay, right now. So that is in terms of materials and recordings. Can you help me reading maybe Brian? Brian, can you help me reading this paragraph out loud? Brian?
Sorry, teacher, I have an issue, but ¿de ese párrafo?
Just in Spanish, if there is no problem.
Es necesario que tengas disponible un lugar de trabajo adecuado y que cuentes con una computadora, tableta o teléfono móvil con acceso a Internet. La cámara y el uso del micrófono son necesarios para que exista una correcta interacción en clase. Recuerda que esta es una clase de idiomas y debes practicar las 4 habilidades: producción oral, producción escrita, comprensión oral y comprensión escrita.
Yes. So the camera, I don't ask you to turn it on except for exams, okay? During the speaking and departamentales, midterm and final exams, you need to have your camera on because it's a way to maybe try to avoid cheating in the class, etc. But for the rest of the class, I don't ask you to have your camera on because I know that sometimes the internet is not working, or maybe I have a lot of brothers and sisters at home, and all of them are using the internet. So I understand that it may be difficult to have the camera all the time. My camera is always on. What I'm gonna ask you always to have, and that make sure that it's properly working, is your microphone, okay? It's necessary to have the microphone in the class because I'm gonna ask you questions, you need to participate, and you need to be able to develop these skills. And so if you don't speak, if you just write on the chat, then it's going to be very hard, okay? You cannot develop oral production if you don't speak. And so please have that in mind. Tienen que tener micrófono funcionando todas las clases para que tengamos una mayor interacción. And I know that there are many students who like to multitask, okay? We think that maybe we are very good at multitasking. If you are very good and you are able to do 3-4 things at the same time and be in class and answer every time that I ask you, then perfect, no problem. Okay, you can continue multitasking. But if I ask you things and then you don't answer 2 or 3 times, then I'm gonna not consider your attendance, even if you, even if when I took attendance at the beginning, you answer, okay? Si les pregunto 2 o 3 veces y no me contestan, ya no les vuelvo a preguntar y les quito la asistencia del día, ¿ok? Porque pasa en ocasiones, yo entiendo que a lo mejor una vez, pues fui corriendo al baño, ¿no? Pero ya la segunda vez, what excuse could you have, okay? So just pay attention to that. Sometimes I have students that maybe are in the middle of the street, like literally, okay? Están turisteando o se fueron de paseo y están tomando la clase. No problem, but I hope that you are not in a noisy place, okay? El ruido no nada más me molesta a mí, molesta a los demás. Entonces, sean respetuosos de los demás. A lo mejor ustedes no pueden un día estar en clase, ¿ok? Pero permito que los demás tomen su clase sin ningún problema, ¿ok? So just be very careful with that because it happens a lot. Some students are literally in the bar and I can hear the noise, ¿ok? And I think it's very, very disrespectful, ¿ok? Les alabo su empeño por irse a la fiesta y tomar clase, pero preferiría que decidan una de las dos cosas. O me voy a la fiesta o tomo clase, ¿ok? So just be very careful with that because it has happened to me before and I don't want to be in a situation where I have to call you off, okay? So please just be careful with that. Now, I'm gonna ask you to be very fast with this, okay? I introduced myself before. My name is Irene Andrade Parra. I have a bachelor degree in modern languages from WAP, but I also study a master degree in global society study in a Japanese university. I got a scholarship. I studied there 5 years and a half. And normally I teach adults, okay? My experience teaching English is with high school students, undergraduate students, and also graduate programs. I have taught also in master degree programs. So that is mostly with the people that I work, okay? And so I hope that all of you don't have any problems during the class. But in case, sometimes maybe you have problems with Teams and you can enter, in that case, send me a message, okay? This is my private email. If for some reason you cannot access Teams, then send me just a message here so I know that something happened and you were not able to attend, okay, the class. That's the recommendation. Very, very quickly, a very fast self-introduction. I just want you to tell me maybe how do you like to be called, if you are studying or if you are working, and maybe why are you taking the course, okay? Maybe you want to learn more grammar, or maybe you need to pass a certification for your career, or maybe you want to study abroad. A very, very simple reason for you taking the courses, okay? So I'm gonna start with, let me see, Christian Javier, can you tell me a number from 1 to 23?
Yes, 11.
11, okay. So 11 is not here. Jonathan, are you there? Jonathan Miguel? No. So I'm gonna go one number up. No, one number down. So that is number 10. Number 10 is Adair. Adair, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Could you introduce yourself very briefly?
Yes. And the first, I would like that would call me Adair. I don't have another name. In this moment, I am student. I am doing my English program. I would like to be an English teacher also. So in this moment, I'm gonna do my 5th semester in the university. And the last one, I would like to improve my English, because if I want to be an English teacher, I need to have a good level in English. So that's the reason for I'm doing this course.
So you are studying at the Faculty of Modern Languages, Foreign Languages? At what?
No, I am in a special school for teachers,
Oh,
the
okay.
normal.
Okay.
It's a school near to Cholula, so I have the name of the school is Escuela Normal Superior Federalizada del Estado de Puebla.
Okay.
It's a special school for teachers.
Yeah,
So
yes, I know.
Yes,
So you
So
are
that's the
gonna
reason.
become. That's the reason. Okay, very good, Adair. Okay, so you are it's near Cholula. Okay, good. Adair, can you choose a classmate from the list that we have?
Yeah. Any name?
Any name? Yes.
Okay. Arumi.
Mm-hmm.
Arumi Lara.
Harumi, can you
Okay.
introduce? Yes.
Yes, teacher. Hi. Good afternoon. My name is Arumi. You can call me Arumi or Aru. Um, like I don't know. Right now I'm studying biology at the bar, and I decided to took the class because I really want to improve my English because I I have the I have to read a lot of scientist articles in English,
Mhm.
and also for the investigation, I need to learn how to improve my
Mhm.
writing production. So I think that's the main reasons about why I decided to take the class.
Okay. What semester are you in, Harumi?
I am in ninth semester.
Okay,
I'm
almost.
uh almost I finished the my degree,
Mm-hmm.
and right now I am starting to my investigation of thesis.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay,
I
good.
mhm,
So you need to read a lot, okay?
yes.
Yes, that you need to research and study and read text in English, okay? Very good, Arumi. Thank you. Arumi, can you choose another person?
Yes. Christian Becerra.
Okay, Christian?
Yes, I'm here. Um, can you hear me good?
Yes, 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 I can hear you,
Sorry, sorry,
Christian.
sorry, sorry. Well, uh, how I like to be called is Etzel. That's because it's my second name. My name is Christian Etzel, so I prefer the second one. And right now I am studying at the mechanical, no, electrical mechanical engineering in WAP. I'm in seventh semester, and I'm taking this course because I will like to get a certification.
Okay. Yes, maybe it's mandatory, right? You need to get a certain points in the TOEFL, no?
Yep.
Yes, okay. So you have to, okay. It's a good. I'm glad that you like the second name because I have another Christian, right? So that makes it easier. Okay, Etzel, can you choose another person?
It could be Francisco Morales.
Okay, Francisco.
Hi, teacher. Can you hear me? Good.
Yes, no problem.
Um, I am Francisco, and I would like that you call me like that, Francisco. Currently, I in my seventh semester at the university. I'm studying medicine, and why are I taking the course? I would like to attend a seasonal summer course in the United States and still get the constants.
Mm-hmm. Yes, like the paper that says that you took courses, okay. Good, Francisco. So you're
Yes,
studying medicine, so that is crazy, isn't it?
yes,
Yes, okay.
yes,
So yeah, I know. My niece studies medicine too, so I know how hard it is. Okay, Francisco, can you choose another person?
yes. Maybe it's Juan Cárdenas.
Okay, Juan Jesus.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Juan.
Well, my name is Juan, and you can call me Juan or Cardenas. It's my last name. Um, Currently, I am studying my sixth semester of industrial engineering at WAP, and I'm taking this course because I need learn English. to the 100%.
Okay, so that's what you want to achieve. What semester are you in? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
What semester are you in?
In sixth semester.
Sixth semester, okay, so you're kind of in the middle, okay? Okay, good, Juan, okay. Juan, have you taken these courses before?
Yes.
Yes?
I take
Okay, that's enough, okay, don't worry. Juan, can you choose another person?
Yes. Let me check. Paulina.
Okay, Paulina. Paulina Yoshimat.
Yes, Yoshimat.
I'm so sorry, okay?
Don't worry. Okay. I just have one name, so it will be fine if it's Pau or Paulina. It's okay. And I'm a business of administration student. And at the same time, I'm studying graphic design. And I'm taking this course because I want to travel to a camp in the next year in the summer.
Okay, what semester are you in?
Excuse me?
What semester are you currently in?
I'm in noveno.
Ninth semester for both, for business administration and also graphic design?
No, for business administration.
Okay, and what about graphic design?
It's my first year, and the career it's 2 years.
Okay. Okay, so a lot of people this semester, especially here and in my other university where I work, I have a lot of students who are taking two careers or two degrees. Okay, so it's amazing. I don't know how you have time, Paulina. Okay, Paulina, can you choose another person?
Yes. Christian Becerra.
Okay. Yes, I'm so sorry that Christian or Edsel already introduced itself, so I'm gonna choose the other Christian. Okay, I'm gonna choose Christian Aguilar. Okay, sorry about the dogs. I am really close to the street, so Christian Javier, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, hi, I am Christian, but if you like, cause there is two two Christian, you could call me Javier. I don't have problem. Right now, I'm studying high school in third grade, and I'm taking this course because I'd like to dominate the most possible the language, and I think it's all.
Okay, I'm gonna stop presenting. Okay, just remember what you need to tell me at the very beginning. The three things. Okay, good. Javier, so do you know what you are gonna study in after you graduate high school?
Not yet, but I have ideas, but still I'm not sure.
Okay, you don't have a final decision. Okay, good. Javier, can you choose another person?
Yes, maybe um, Elisa Munoz.
Okay, Elisa Muñoz. Are you there? Elisa, are you there? Is your microphone working? Let me see. Maybe not. Okay, in that case, I'm gonna choose another person for you. Maybe Patricia Campos.
Hi, good afternoon. Well, I would like you call me Patricia. I am working in WAP as a teacher, well, as a professor in political science, and I am here in this course because I gave up to study long time ago, many long time ago. So I would like to improve my abilities, and that's the reason.
Okay. So you want to start again, right? To review what you
Yes.
have maybe forgotten a little bit. Okay, that is good. That is great. So Patricia, can you choose another person?
Yes, maybe Lorena?
Mm-hmm. Okay, Lorena. Lorena Moran.
Yes, I am Lorena. You can call me Lore. I am studying in WAP. I'm studying law. I am taking this course because I want to improve my English.
Okay. You took classes with me, Lorena. Okay, right? So I can.
Yes,
What semester are you in? I don't remember.
fifth semester.
Fifth semester. You are in the middle. Okay. Good, Lorena. Can you choose another person?
Yes. I choose Jennifer.
Okay,
Okay.
Jen. Mhm.
Hi, my name is Jennifer, but I prefer to be called Jenny. And I'm studying preschool education, and I'm about to begin my final year. I'm taking this course because I want to continue my improving my English and also deeper into the language because my thesis topic is about English in the preschool.
Okay, so yeah, so you like working with kids?
Yeah, I like it.
That is good. Okay, that is nice. Okay, I'm not, I'm not into kids, but yeah, it's good. Okay, we need teachers for kids, so I am. It's good. Okay, Jenny, can you choose another person?
Yes, let me check. Um, um, I don't know. Ana Gabriela.
Ana Gabriela, are you there?
Yes. Okay. Hi, my name is Gabriela. I like to be called Gabriela or Gabi. It's okay. I'm currently working and I taking a diploma. The reason because I'm taking this course is because in my work I have to talk or have the communication with some suppliers or clients or customers. So maybe it's for this the reason that I am taking this course.
Okay, so you want to speak, be able to communicate more fluently, maybe. Okay, good. So you say that you prefer Gabby?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So Gabby, can you choose another person?
Um, Betsy.
Okay, Betsy.
Hi, my name is Betsy, but I wanted to be called Betsy. I am a student of first semester of biotechnology in WAP. What was the last question?
Maybe why are you taking this course?
Because the next year I'm going to take the TOEFL.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Okay, so you want to be able to pass the TOEFL exam, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can you repeat the career?
Biotechnology?
Okay, biotechnology. And you say that you are in the last year?
No, in my first year.
First year, okay.
Uh-huh.
So, yes. So, you are taking English classes or not right now? At what?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, but the problem sometimes with the classes at web is that it's for all of you, like all the levels are in the same place, and so it's a little bit sometimes difficult because maybe you start with something very basic, and then maybe you have a level that maybe you can study something more advanced. Okay, good. Thank you, Betsy. Can you choose another person?
Andrea Navarrete?
Okay. Andrea?
Yes, teacher. Hi, I'm Andrea. I prefer that you call me Andy. I'm still in my 8th semester. I'm studying accounting. Well, I don't have more classes in my career. I'm just in my professional practices. And I start to study English because I want to certify myself.
Okay, you want to present a certification, okay? Good, Andy, okay. Andy, can you maybe tell me another name?
I don't know who's missing. I think Diana Belen.
Diana? Yes.
Yes.
She's missing, okay?
Hello, my name is Diana Belen, but I prefer just Diana. I am 70 years old.
17, right? 17.
27. 27 years
27,
old,
okay.
sorry.
I was like 70, okay, 70, 70. So I was a little bit, I was like, you sound very young, okay? Okay, Diana.
Sorry. I have a degree in tourism administration at WAP from WAP. Currently, I work as an administrative assistant and a software company. Right now, my goal is to improve my English and achieve an advanced level. It's something I have been trying for a long time. And that's it.
Okay, very good. I'm gonna choose the person so because most of you have presented, so I know who hasn't. Okay, so let's go with Brian. Brian?
Hi, teacher. Good afternoon. You can call me Bry or Brian. I don't have any problem. I'm studying computer science. And the reason that I am taking this course is for improve my skills and have a good conversation with foreigner persons and for my job.
Okay. Brian, what semester are you in?
I'm in the ninth semester
Oh,
of
okay,
my
so
career.
almost over. Okay, good, Brian. Thank you. I think Jesus Morales, you are missing, right?
Yes, teacher. I'm here. Well, my name is Jesus Morales, and I like my name, so you can call me Jesus. And I am studying medicine at WAP, and I take this class because I would like to go to United States.
Okay, are you, is your brother Francisco, is Francisco your brother?
Yes,
Okay, so you are also in seventh semester?
yes,
So are you twins?
yes, we are.
Oh, okay. Good to know. I was kind of surprised that both of you were like studying the same. Okay, good. Are you like identical twins or no?
No.
No, okay, okay. Pues no hay manera de que hagan trampa. Okay, good, Jesús San Francisco. Okay, Jesús, thank you. Okay, I think I'm missing Diana Paula.
Yes.
Mhm. Can you introduce
Sorry,
yourself?
because
Yes.
yes, there's a little noise where I am. But
Okay.
my name is Diana, and you could call me Paula because I saw there's another Diana here. So
Mhm.
I'm studying the fifth semester of high school, and I like to study English because I would like to be an interpreter. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, very good, Paula. Thank you. So you want to become an interpreter. Okay, that is really good. Elisa Muñoz. No. Humberto Gutiérrez. Humberto Valdenegro.
Hi everyone. My name is Humberto. You can call me Humberto or Beto. I take this course because I need it for my work. I am an architect. I am teacher too in WAP. So I need practice. My English isn't very well, so I need practice. And I'm taking this course because I have or I take a placement exam that put me here.
Mhm.
That that's the reason. So I need practice my speaking. That's it.
Okay, I'm so sorry. The ice cream car is passing right in front of my house. Okay, I'm so sorry. It's Saturday, so a lot of people selling things, and I'm sorry. It's because of the time. Okay, Humberto, I think it's perfectly fine. Okay, I think it's good. You mentioned that because you were placed here, it's okay, right? It's not too difficult or too hard, is it?
Actually, not, but I need practice because
Mm-hmm.
for the class, I need sometimes speak in English, so
Mm-hmm.
that is
Yeah,
difficult
and
sometimes.
yeah, with practice, yeah, we become more fluent, okay? And so it's important, yes. And let's try to use the 4 hours that we have to practice. Sometimes it's difficult. Some of you, I mean, all of you have things to do, right? You work, you study. Some of you are even taking two careers at the same time. So in those cases, well, try to use these 4 hours because I always ask my students, what is your commitment level? Okay, how much time are you planning to spend in addition to the 4 hours? And sometimes my students are very honest and they say, you know, teacher, I only have 4 hours. So try to use these 4 hours because I know it's difficult. And sometimes, as I mentioned, we like to multitask. We like to do many things at the same time. And for English, English is a very jealous language. And sometimes English doesn't go well with doing something else. I'm telling you just because I also was a student a long time ago, and then I know that you need to spend a lot of time. According to the CERF, which is the Marco Común Europeo de las Lenguas, which is kind of the framework that we use in the preparation of courses, etc. We need to spend, for example, from a level A1 to a level A2, which are the basic levels, we need to spend at least 120 hours. But from the A2 to the B1, we need to spend 250. And then from B1 to B2, which you are doing the transition from that level to this level, then in that case, we need at least 300 hours, okay? And so the courses are one step, but in addition to that, we need to try to consume as much as we can of English, okay? So for example, my recommendation is always, okay, try to consume, for example, if you have Twitter or X, whatever you call it, Facebook, try to follow the feedback in English. And so in that way, you are forcing yourself that, oh, whatever you are consuming it in English. My YouTube channel, for example, it's always giving me recommendations in English. And so and watching things like that. When I was a student, I also, for example, my computer and my settings, everything was in English because I was forcing myself to practice as much as I could at that moment. Okay, so that's my general recommendation. 60 hours that we have, they are good, but we always need something extra. Okay, so maybe if you can spend 20 minutes doing the activity for homework, even if it is optional, that will be great. Okay, so that will be the best thing that you can do. I think no one else is missing, right? Angel Alvarez is not here. Miguel Escobedo is not here. Felipe Flores. Alejandro Mercado, are you there?
Hello,
Okay.
teacher.
Who is
Miguel.
that? Miguel, okay. Miguel, Jonathan Miguel, right?
Miguel Álvarez.
Miguel Alvarez. No, Miguel Angel. Okay, Miguel Angel.
Miguel Ángel.
Can you introduce yourself because I have another Miguel. Okay.
Yes, of course. Good afternoon. My name is Miguel Álvarez, but you can call me Miguel or Mike. It doesn't matter. Currently, I am working as UX UI designer in Monterrey, and I want to. I take this course because I would like to improve my speaking skills, and I would like to visit Canada and US in the future.
Okay, so you would like to do that in the future. That is great. Okay. Yeah, traveling is one of the main reasons why people sometimes study languages because we just need to experience or we want to experience or it's because of work. So that is a good motivation for you. When you have a goal and you need to achieve it with English, then it's better, okay? That promotes motivation within yourself, intrinsic motivation, we call it. And so it's more useful than if I tell you, oh, si quieres sacar 10, okay? That kind of motivation is external. So I'm glad that that's why I asked you, why are you studying the language, right? All of us have things that we want to achieve, so it's good to remember that. Okay, just at the very beginning, all of you are here, so we are gonna play a game. We play a lot of quizzes and Kahoots in the class, maybe 2 or 3 games per class, depending on the topic, etc. But this is just a kind of like a diagnostic test. I want to know if you remember the tenses in English. Remember that we have present simple, present continuous. So let's see if you kind of remember what those things are. And so, because that is the main topic of Unit 1, which is the tenses in English. So give me a second. If you haven't played games before, I'm going to send you a link on the chat. You can join using the link on the chat. Automatically, it asks you to write your name. Write your name so I know that you are playing the game, okay? Other ways to do it is just scan with your cell phone the QR, and so you're gonna join, and that's it. Yeah, missing some people. 5 students. I'm gonna start. You can still join, okay? Okay, 1 more minute. So try to answer as many questions as you can in 1 minute. Okay. Good, Jesus, Francisco, and the winner was Jenny. The average was 82, so that is great. Don't worry too much. This is what we are gonna review today, the tenses, okay? And so it's important. I know sometimes it's a little bit too much grammar, but it will make you the life easier if you know what tense we are talking about. Because if you know the tense, then maybe you can connect it with the form and you can also connect it with the use, okay? Each tense has a specific use. So nothing was really in pink, okay? No problem, I can see most cases. And so that is what we are gonna review in the first unit. I'm gonna send you a link and I want you to tell me if you can edit the document or not, okay? So we are a lot, we are almost 20, we are 20 people, so sometimes collaborative work is a little bit messy, but it's a good way to engage in the content, okay? So take a look. The link that I sent you is this one, and so I think that you are able to edit the document, aren't you? Can you check? Yes, no, maybe.
Sorry, teacher, I didn't understand.
Yes, I sent you a link on the chat, right? No, I didn't. So that's why,
Okay.
sorry. Now I sent you
Okay.
the link. Okay, you have the
Okay.
document. Sorry about that. Okay, I didn't click send. I just put it there, but I didn't click send. So now you have a link on the chat. And so just try to enter and tell me if you can modify it. I can see now. Okay, I can see you. Yes. So just try to write something. Can you write it? Can you write on it? Yes, I can see. Yes, now, what are we gonna do? We have different time expressions, and time expressions are used in particular tenses. We sometimes, for example, tomorrow, or tomorrow it's always for the future, right? So what I want you to do is the following, and follow the instructions, otherwise it's gonna be very, very messy. So I want you to copy the sentence that you have on the left, and on the left column, and then what I want you to do is maybe choose one time expression that you can combine or use with this sentence. My parents met in Paris. I can maybe say years ago. Okay. Not all of the expressions can be used in all of the sentences. So what I want you to do is do that. Maybe just one or two sentences. Uh, choose the correct time expression for the sentence. There is more than one option for each of them. So I want you to try to write, choose maybe two sentences and then maybe write a time expression for each of them. Denle espacio para que así no escriban sobre la oración de alguien más, okay? So I'm gonna give you, we are working, a lot of people is working in the document, so I'm gonna give you 3 minutes and let's see how many combinations you believe are possible with these time expressions. So for example, I did example with my parents met in Paris, and then I believe that this sentence can be combined with years ago. Puedo utilizar esa expresión de tiempo con esa oración en particular, okay? So that's what I want you to do. So that's not what I wanted to do. So I'm gonna give you 3 minutes, okay? 3 minutes, think about what we can use with the sentences. Todos tienen que trabajar con al menos una o dos oraciones, okay? And not one-time expression. If somebody cannot type, a lo mejor alguien no puede entrar, maybe you can tell me and then I can type for you. Yes, no? Question? No te deja entrar?
Creo que sí, pero
Okay, si no los deja entrar, entonces vean las oraciones and then you can tell me and I can write for you.
I was born in Montreal during a snowstorm.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I erased. Okay, I'm gonna write. I was born in Montreal
During a snowstorm.
Okay.
And my grandparents have lived in Ireland in the 1980s.
Okay. My grandparents in the what?
1980s.
1980s. Okay. Good.
Thank you.
And yeah, it's no problem. Anyone who maybe was not able to write, but you are looking at the sentences and maybe you think, oh, another time expression is possible. No? 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 There are more options for many of them, okay? Especially number 5. For that one, we can use at least 5, 6 time expressions that are different. For number, oh, no, for number 2, we can use 3 different time expressions. For number 8, we can use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 time expressions. So there are many options in some cases, okay? Anybody else? Okay, while you're finishing with some of the sentences, I'm gonna start marking in green the ones that are correct, okay? If I put something and maybe it's not in green, then that means that, sorry, that's my mistake. That means that it's not an acceptable combination, okay? This one is fine. This one is fine. Maybe the position is a little bit weird. Let's see. This one is okay too. I think that's it. This is fine. Okay. Okay, years ago. Okay, what else? For this, for number 3, there are other options that are better. They were working in Canada. Think about duration for number 3. So I need time expressions that indicate duration. Number 5, Twin Island scenes. Okay, I like that one. During, I don't know how they don't know. Nana for years. Okay, I like this one too. For a year. Okay. And then we have, I wrote my Andrade recently. Okay. Okay, but the position is a little bit off. I went to my birth the other day. Okay, the other day. For a year. Maybe. Okay, it's possible. My brother flying to Brazil on business for a year. That's a little bit weird. My brother's flying to Brazil on business in 2 weeks. Okay, I like that one. Frequently. Business tonight. Okay. And then we have, he's been learning Portuguese. Okay. Okay. He's learning Portuguese for years. Okay. Okay. All of these are fine for the last one. All of them are correct. So what is important? That first of all, we identify the tenses, okay? For example, the first sentence, anybody? What is the tense that we are using in the first sentence? We play a game, so what is the name of this tense? How do we call it? My parents met in Paris. Are we talking about something in the present, something in the past?
It's past simple.
Simple
Simple
past.
past, yeah, simple past simple. Okay, good. And so, what kind of expressions do we normally use with the simple past? Oh, things that happened in the past, years ago, hace años, okay? During a snowstorm, in a specific moment of time in the past, in the 1980s, in a specific moment of time in the past, okay? So, simple past. Then the second one is, what tense is this?
Simple present.
Now it's present simple, simple present, okay? So in those cases, we normally use it for habits. Now, so what I wanted for this one is active adverbs of frequency. So yeah, we can say they travel, they frequently travel abroad. So normally we use the present simple to talk about habits and routines, things that we usually do, okay? Things that are part of our habits and routines. So for example, I go to school every Monday, okay? Every Monday. I usually eat vegetables, okay? I'm talking about frequency. Now the position of those adverbs of frequency normally is before the verb. It's more common to have it there. It's okay if you say they travel abroad frequently, no problem with that adverb of frequency. But for example, always or never cannot go at the end. Okay, they always go here in the middle of the sentence. So they never travel abroad. That will be also correct. There is another adverb of frequency in the time expressions. So in addition to these two, what else can we use? For they travel abroad. What is another time expression to indicate frequency?
Recently?
Look at recently. It's not exactly about frequency. It's more like when it happens. So no.
Maybe never.
Never. Okay. Yes. Never. We have it here. Yes. Never. Frequently. There is one more.
Sometimes. Used to.
Sometimes. Sometimes. Okay. In this case, sometimes. So we can say, oh, they sometimes travel abroad. oh, they frequently travel abroad. They never travel abroad. And so adverbs of frequency, always, usually, sometimes, often, seldom, etc. All of those are used normally in the simple aspect for the present tense, okay? Because we are talking about how often we do something in the present. The next one, what tense is this? Humberto, they were working in Canada. How do we call it this? Is it present? Is it past? Is it future? How do we call it? They were working in Canada.
It is past, maybe?
It is past, and we have ing. So when something has ing, what kind of tense is it? It is past, but past what? Anybody?
It's past continuous.
Past continuous, okay. Now we also call it, some teachers prefer to use past progressive. I like the continuous, but both options, continuous or progressive, is exactly the same. It means ongoing, ing, okay. So past continuous. For past continuous, we normally use it to talk about duration. So, or things that are ongoing, happening, okay. So for example, in this case, they were working in Canada when I was born. Perfect. Estaba pasando algo cuando algo más sucedió. Okay. They were working in Canada for years. Okay. We use it that kind of emphasis, duration. They were working in Canada in the 1980s, un periodo de tiempo. So yeah, it is fine to use this one too. They were working in Canada recently. Okay, lo estaban haciendo recientemente. So ongoing plus recently, that goes well. It is correct. They were working in Canada for a year. Again, duration, okay? Years ago, no, because then the action, the emphasis for this with years ago is that the action is finished, the action is complete. And so in that case, we use it with the simple past, okay? Not with the continuous. So specific expressions that are finished, like or expresiones que ya se acabó ese periodo de tiempo y no tuvo duración. In those cases, we use the simple form, the simple past for in that case, okay? So we have simple past, present simple, past continuous, and then we have I was born in Montreal. Again, simple past in the 1980s during a snowstorm years ago. Notice how we are using the similar expressions that we used before. It's exactly the same. Number 5, does anybody want to tell me what tense is this? My grandparents have lived. If we have, how do we call it?
Present perfect.
Present perfect, correct, okay? And so the present perfect, it has have, el haber. Yo he, tú has, el ha, hecho algo. So we use it to emphasize to connect in this case something that started in the past and continues until the present. So we say, oh, since 1972, my action started. So my parents, my grandparents have lived in Ireland since 1972 until now, okay? And so that is implied in the tense. Implica que hasta ahora sigue la acción, okay? So it started in 1972 and then now. My grandparents have lived in Ireland for years. I am saying from the past until now, many years have passed, okay? My grandparents have lived in Ireland for a year. Again, duration, emphasis on from the past until now. So that is mostly the use of the perfect tense, okay? We use it to emphasize connect to tenses from the past until now. Then we have simple past again. We can use this word, yes, but just the position, okay? For example, I sometimes wrote to my grandmother. It's more normal to have it here, to put it here after the subject, and it's more common, okay? I recently wrote to my grandmother. Yes, okay, pasó, se acabó la acción, it's okay. In this case, with sometimes I'm talking about a habit in the past, something that I used to do in the past, but it was a routine in the past, okay? I wrote to my parents the other day. That is not correct, no problem. So we can use all of these time expressions for simple past. Then here we have my brother's flying to Brazil. My brother's flying. What tense is this? What is the tense?
It's present continuous.
Present continuous, correct. That is the verb to be. My brother is flying, okay, is the contraction form. And so again, emphasis on duration, but also in this context, future, okay? So we can also use it to talk about the future. Oh, in 2 weeks, tonight. It's not right now, it's in 2 weeks, okay? And maybe we can also use it, for example, my brother's flying to Brazil on business in 2 weeks later tonight. Future, okay? I am emphasizing the future. The same happens with the will see you, okay? It is future simple. We call this future simple, and we use it with time expressions for the future, okay? Tomorrow, in 2 weeks, tonight, later. Very common, okay? And this is a special case. What is it? What is the name of this? He's been learning Portuguese. He's been learning Portuguese.
Present perfect.
Present perfect. And we have ing. So if it has ing, what do we call it?
Progressive.
Continuous.
Progressive or continuous, okay? So it's present perfect continuous because it has ing. How do I know that this is the name of this? Because I need to identify the auxiliary verbs, okay? Los verbos que me ayudan a crear los tiempos. So I have something and then I have past participle. So I need to have has, okay? He has been learning and I have ing, okay? So since, again, duration, emphasis on duration, repetition of the action, okay, time, etc. Now, I'm going to show you the table, like everything organized, and I'm going to upload this later on, and so you can check this later. So all of these are time expressions that we may use with each of these sentences, okay? So the ones that are in red is like the Polish version of that. And then I added this at the bottom, okay? So we normally use present simple to express habits, routines, frequency. And so expressions like never, frequently, sometimes, and other expressions like usually, etc., are very common with the present simple. Present continuous, we use it to express actions happening now or around now. So right now, at the moment, okay? Things that indicate that it's going to happen now or in the future. Two actions happening at the same time. We use words like while. For example, while I am speaking, you are listening to the teacher, okay? So two actions happening at the same time in the present. Future arrangement, tonight, 2 weeks later, okay? We use it for the future. Simple past, actions that are finished, that are completed in a specific period of time in the past. So in the 1980s, years ago, during a snowstorm, the other day are very common with the simple past. Past continuous, we indicate an action in the past, but also maybe in progress, okay? It's ongoing, it's happening. So something else, for example, she was suffering when I was born, okay? An action was ongoing when something interrupted that, okay? Maybe duration, okay? Things that indicate a period of time. So for years, for a year, recently, all of them give me the idea of duration. Present perfect. In those cases, I am talking, connecting two tenses. In the case of the present perfect, the past and the present. So I'm gonna use words like maybe recently, since, for, okay? All of these time expressions help me emphasize the connection between the past and now, the present. We also use it for experience. So, have you ever done this? Para preguntar si alguna vez han hecho algo, we use the perfect tense because I'm talking about from the past until now in your life. Have you ever eaten crickets, for example? Have you ever been to the United States? Have you ever, etc. Actions continue, present perfect continuous. Is the same, connecting past and present, but in addition to that, I am emphasizing the duration. And so when I ask Humberto, how long have you been a teacher? How would you answer to that?
Since 2021.
Okay, so I have been teaching since 2021, okay? And so it's a way to say from that year until now, that state has been ongoing, okay? It has been happening. So that is the emphasis that I am gonna give you, okay? And then for future, words like tonight, in 2 weeks later, tomorrow, okay? Those time expressions are normally used with the future simple, okay? So that is kind of the emphasis, okay? The time expressions are very important because they help us identify what tense do I need. Now, I'm gonna show you a video where they are gonna talk a little bit more about these things, about the time, okay? And so that is the main purpose, that you start remembering all of these tenses, okay? Present continuous, present simple, and then we study the form so we can create tenses without or sentences without with no problems, okay? Give me 1 second, I'm looking for my video. Okay, now the video is a little bit fast because it's a master class, so it's kind of like very summarized.
Grammarly.
And they talk about
Helps me get the
times and aspects. Time and aspects make or create what we call a tense in English. So when I say time, how many times does English have? Tiempos. How many times do we have in English? We have now. So how do we call that? Now is the present. But what is another tense? Yesterday?
Past.
Past. And tomorrow?
Future.
Future. Now, when I say aspect, what do you think I'm talking about? Okay, we have present, past, and future, but we don't, what else do we have to create? Perfect, good. What else?
Continuous.
Continuous.
Or progressive.
Or progressive. And the other?
Simple.
Simple, okay? So it's important that we distinguish. One thing is the time when the action is happening, now, yesterday, or tomorrow. And the other thing is how I want to present the information, okay? Is it something permanent? Is it something temporary? Am I trying to connect to tenses? Am I trying to emphasize duration? What is the emphasis that I want to give to my verb? And so that is what the person is going to be discussing, okay? If we learn what is the purpose of the simple, the continuous, and the perfect, then it's going to be easier to understand how to use these tenses, okay? In the present, in the past, and in the future. So listen to the man, okay? Pay attention.
Are you tense about tense? Well, don't be. In this session's masterclass, I'll let you into...
Can you hear the audio?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
A little secret of all English tenses. It's all about character. After this. Okay, guys. In this masterclass, we're going to get a little bit theoretical, okay? So try and hold on. Tenses in English are made up of two things, a time and an aspect. Now, almost all languages and cultures recognize 3 times, past, present, and future. But what about an aspect? An aspect is the character of a verb. It adds extra information to the verb's meaning and reflects the perception of the speaker. Now, depending on who you talk to, there are between 2 and 4 aspects, but I like to say 3. They are simple, continuous, and perfect. And all 3 of them can be used in past, present, and future. The simple aspect is actually not an aspect at all. It does not modify the verb in terms of its meaning, only in terms of its form. And this is because, in all cases, the unmodified verb is enough to express exactly the meaning that the speaker wants to say at the time of speaking. They broadly fall into 3 categories. We have the long-term general truth, for example, I like studying English. We have the instantaneous, for example, I now pronounce you man and wife. And we have the habitual. For example, I woke up every day at 6 a.m. last year. The continuous aspect is formed with some sort of be plus verb ing. The focus of this aspect is primarily upon the duration of an event. All progressive forms contain characteristics of temporariness, unfinishedness, or in progress-ness. The progressive aspect tends to disregard the end of an action and view the event from the center. So, an action might be happening at the moment of speaking. For example, I'm making a video right now, or around a certain time. For example, before we met, I was living in Scotland, or simultaneously when another action occurs. For example, when you get home, I'll be working in the office. The perfect aspect is formed with some version of have plus the past participle. Perfect aspects focus on bridging two times together and connecting events between one time and another, often through relevancy. An event in the past might be relevant to the present moment. An event in the future could be connected in some way to the present or the past. Perfect verb phrases can describe states. For example, I've loved you since I first met you. Actions, for example, I will have gone to the gym by the time you get home. And habits, for example, my father had started work at 9 o'clock every day for the last 20 years. And of course, we can link aspects to create perfect continuous verb phrases. These combine the forms of their two base aspects, for example, have plus been plus verb ing, and they combine their meanings. So we can create verb phrases which focus on actions or events with duration with relevancy to more than one time period. Did you get it? Of course you got it. Now for more
Okay, now if you didn't get it, don't worry, okay? It's a lot of information and the purpose is that, it's just the introduction, okay? I'm gonna share with you the presentation that I have so you can have and download it and you can review it, okay? It's a summary of what we just watched in the video. Give me just a second. So we have 3 times, present, past, future, and we have 3 aspects. Some people say 4, but basically simple, continuous, and perfect, okay? And so it's important to remember that the aspect, if it is simple, continuous, or perfect, it's what gives it character to the verb. It means it adds extra information. It tells me whether the action is something permanent, whether it's something temporary. It tells me if it is just from the past until now. So it gives the meaning to the verb and it adds extra information into that verb, okay? Now, some people say that the present perfect continuous is also an aspect because it's a combination of 2 aspects, okay? So in total, we will say that for the present time, we have at least 4 aspects, the simple, the continuous, the perfect simple, and the perfect continuous. And so it happens the same with the past and with the future. We have in total in English, we consider that we have 12 tenses, okay? And so that's what we need to pay attention to. 12 tenses in total in English in active voice, okay? And so the summary for the simple aspect, it means things that are permanent. We always use it for things that are permanent, things that are long-term, things that are habits, things that are happening now. So for example, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius at sea level. This is a fact. I cannot change that, so it's always permanent. So I use the present simple to indicate that, it's always true, okay? Now, imagine that you are watching a soccer game, okay? And so Smith passes the ball, he shoots. I use the present because it is what I'm seeing at the moment, okay? And so I normally use the present for that. It's happening right now. In the video, you have the example of I pronounce you wife and what is the word? I pronounce you. How do you say that in when you are getting married? I pronounce you groom and no. We say ahora son esposo y esposa, okay? So it's the same in English. At that moment specifically, the action is taking place, so we use the present simple for that. And then for habits and routines, we use the present simple. I go to school every day. Present simple, it happens and it's true now. Now, the continuous aspect in that case is emphasizing action that is ongoing, it's happening right now, I'm speaking right now. Or for example, if I say, I'm reading a book, I'm not reading the book right now. but maybe I started reading the book last week and my intention is to continue reading the book. And so that is an unfinished action. I started, but it has not been completed, okay? So it's ongoing, in progress, unfinished. Or something that is temporary. For example, imagine that I say, oh, you know what? I'm normally, I was working as a teacher, but at this particular moment, I'm working in a bank because I got a job. And so, but my intention is that in a year, I'm gonna become a teacher one more time, okay? So by saying I am working in a bank, I'm saying that my action is gonna be temporary. It's not my normal profession. It's not what I usually do. It's just a temporary situation right now, okay? So that is the meaning of the continuous aspect. Ongoing, in progress, unfinished, something that is temporary. And you can apply this in the past. So for example, if I say, oh, I was working yesterday when you call me. So the action was in progress when the other action happened. So it's the same, but in the past. Or when I say, I will be working at 6 o'clock, so please don't call me. My action is going to be in progress in the future, so that's why. Okay, that's why I'm using the future continuous. I will be working, okay? And so notice how I'm following the rule. The verb to be plus a verb in ing. In the past, I was working. Verb to be in the past plus ing. In the present, I am working. Verb to be in the present plus a verb in ing. In the future, will plus be plus a verb in ing. I will be working. And I'm following the rule. Will for the future, be for the continuous, and ing for the continuous too. So it's kind of easy if we remember these small rules for these aspects. It's gonna be easier to remember how to create the 12 tenses that we have in English. Now, the perfect tense, we use it to connect two events at different times. So, for example, present perfect. Oh, I have lived in Mexico since I was 10 years old. So, from the moment I was 10 years old until now, I'm connecting my past and my present. For the future, future perfect. I will have been a teacher for 30 years by 2050. I'm connecting from the past until a certain period in the future, 2050. That action is going to be ongoing, okay? And so I'm connecting the present or my past with my future, okay? Estoy conectando los tiempos. The past perfect, I'm connecting. I had been a teacher when I became a coordinator, okay? I had been a teacher for 2 years when I became a coordinator. Primero que pasó, fui maestra por 2 años y luego me convertí en coordinadora. And so I'm talking about two actions in the past, but the action that happened first is the action in the past perfect. I had been a teacher for 2 years when I became a coordinator. And so I'm talking about two different actions in the past. So I'm connecting two tenses or two times or two events in the past. So that is the main function of the perfect, in present, in the past, or in the future, to connect two tenses, okay? And we can connect states. I have been a teacher. Es un estado, no es una acción. He sido maestra, it's an state. Or I can connect actions into tenses. I have been studying English, etc. Or habits. Or I have practiced exercise every day since I was a kid. So I'm connecting this with two tenses. So that is the main use of this, okay? And so that is important. And remember, if I say perfect, doesn't matter what tense or what time, but always I need a combination of have or have in the past plus a verb in past participle. I've known past participle, has cooked, has plus past participle, has work, has plus past participle. And so that's what I need, these structures that we need to remember. In addition to that, we can combine perfect plus continuous and create present perfect continuous. For example, he has been working there for 3 months. And what I'm gonna add is the emphasis on the duration. The action is ongoing, okay? So that is the main content that we are gonna study in this unit, the tenses. And so let's try to do one exercise to see if you can put all of this information into practice, okay? So, question, have you ever studied this before, like the notion of tenses and the aspects? Anyone? Yes?
Yes,
No?
teacher.
Yes? Okay. Yes, we play a game at the very beginning, and some of you were able to recognize, but I don't think you used the word aspect, did you?
No.
No.
No, right? We normally just say tense, and so we learn present simple. But it's easier if we learn, oh, aspect, simple. Hablo de cosas que son generalmente verdaderas, que duran tiempo. Continuous, ongoing, in progress. And so it's going to make it easier to remember the 12 tenses, present simple, past, a future, etc. Okay? Now, before we continue with grammar, let's try to do one exercise with some reading, okay? It's important that we remember that in addition to tenses, we also have levels of formality, okay? How formal a text is. So we have I'm gonna play the recording for Tyler tweets, and I want you to identify whether the text is formal or informal, and maybe some information about what is happening to Tyler. I'm spending a year in London. Will anybody here, has anybody been here, has anybody here been to London? Anybody? Has anybody traveled to England?
No, I'm not.
No, you haven't? Okay.
I haven't.
Anybody? Would you like to go to London?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
what do
teacher.
we,
Yes.
what kind of information do we have about London? What would, if you go to London, what would you like to do? Anything?
Sightseeing?
Sightseeing, okay, yes, there are many important buildings, okay, famous buildings. Anything else?
Yes, teacher. I would like to visit Abbey Road Studios.
Okay, studios for what? Drawing or what kind of studios? Because I
Um,
don't know.
the music.
Oh, music, okay. Yes, in London, for example, I don't know exactly where, it's not exactly London, I don't know. For example, the famous street where the Beatles took a picture of the cover of one of their albums. Does anybody know the name of the street?
It's the same, teacher. Abbey
No?
Road.
But it's the same? Oh, that is it. Oh, that's what you wanted to visit, okay? Yeah. So that is a famous place and it's a landmark, right? An important place that people normally visit, okay? Now, he's gonna talk more about experiences with work, maybe the language and some weird things that maybe he's not from London. So for him, it's a little bit weird. So listen just to the tweets and then identify if the text is formal or informal. And what does Tyler find strange in London? Okay, so listen.
Unit 1, Track 2, Away from Home.
Tuesday, September 4th, 1:42 p.m.
Still sitting in the airport in NYC. Been waiting 3 hours, but seems like forever.
Tuesday, September 4th, 3:20 p.m.
Just boarded the plane for London. Haven't been abroad before except for a week in Mexico last year. I'm going to stay with my buddy Dave for a few days in North London before I meet my host family. Dave lives in a place called Chalk Farm. I don't get it. A farm in London?
Thursday, September 6th, 4:35 p.m.
It's fun here, but kind of weird. Dave doesn't live on a farm. His folks have a large apartment in a big old house. They call it a flat. I asked for the bathroom. They thought I wanted a bath. I'm learning fast.
Friday, September 7th, 10:30 a.m.
Dave and I are hanging out together today. We're on a bus, upstairs. Just drove past Buckingham Palace. But they drive on the wrong side of the road here. Crazy. Also, People say cheers all the time. Isn't that for making toasts? A guy just said it to me because I'd let him pass and go through a door ahead of me.
Saturday, September 8th, 7:19 p.m.
First night with my host family, the Wilsons. They seem very nice, but their house is a 1,000,000-mile walk to the subway. They call it the Tube here.
Saturday, September 8th, 11:10 p.m.
Big day tomorrow. We're visiting Shakespeare's hometown. He wrote plays and stuff hundreds of years ago. He's mega famous.
Okay. So what do you think? Are the tweets formal or informal?
Informal.
Informal. How do you know that it's informal? What kind of examples do we have of informal English? Anything? For example, do we have a subject here? Who is
No.
doing?
No.
No, right? So sometimes in informal English, we can omit certain words, okay? Still sitting. Who is sitting? Tyler, okay? But we don't mention, or he doesn't say, I'm still sitting. He omits the verb to be and omits the subject. That is very characteristic of informal English. The same happened here. Again, we don't have a subject. Who is doing the action? Tyler, but we don't mention it, okay? Anything else?
Contractions?
Contraction is characteristic of informal, semi-informal language, okay? We have a lot for negatives, for positives. For example, folks. This word, what is the meaning of this? His folks have a large apartment. Who is he talking about?
Friends.
Parents.
Oh,
Parents in this case. So when you say his folks, it's very informal, okay? If we say it informal way, parents, okay? His parents have a large. So certain vocabulary are considered to be informal language. For example, a very common verb that we use all the time is to get. Get is informal. For example, get it for me. Get it? That in that case is informal. The formal way to say it, can you obtain it for me? And so that is an example of another word that is formal and informal, okay? Now, what things did Tyler find weird or maybe strange when living in London? What are some things that he mentions?
the bathroom?
The bathroom, okay. Why is it weird? Why is it weird? Question. In your house, when I say bathroom, am I asking about a bath? Do I want to take a bath in a bathtub? What do you think? If I go to your house and say, may I use the bathroom? Do you think that I want to take a bath?
No.
No.
No, right? I want to
No.
use the restroom, right? And it's the same in the United States. A bathroom for us is restroom, okay? You don't want to take a bath, okay? It's just you don't want to do that, okay? But in England, in London, when you say bathroom, it's because it has a bath. Tiene una tina para bañarse, okay? So that's why they told that he wanted to take a bath, okay? Which is not what he wanted, okay? What else?
That they always say cheers.
Cheers, okay? And they use it not only for what? What do we use normally cheers for?
For brindis.
For what? For brindis, right? Oh, salud, okay, cheers. They don't use it exactly just for that. Cheers is como, okay, thank you. Sometimes they use it like as a replacement of thank you or go ahead, okay, cheers. Like, haz lo que quieras, okay? So it's a different word, and then so they use it for many other things. They mentioned here about the chalk. Does anybody know what the meaning of chalk is? You use it in the, I know that all of you, most of you are very young, but in the past, we didn't used to have a blackboard like for markets. We needed to use chalk. Does anybody what is chalk? What is the meaning of chalk?
Kiss.
Heath.
Like his.
Okay. So the name of the road is a little bit weird, como una granja o como un lugar donde se obtiene heath, okay? So that is not the meaning. It's a famous place in London, and there is no, it's not related to chalk, okay? It's related to the last name of a person, and so it used to be kind of like it's a symbolic place that in the past, maybe long time ago, there was a farm and somebody was the owner of that farm, but it's not used that like with that meaning anymore. It's just a famous place and it's called like that, but it's not, there is no chalk and it's not a farm, okay? Then they say the tube. What are they referring to when they say the tube? Let's use the tube. What are they talking about?
The
In
subway.
Puebla, the subway, okay? Normally in British English, they say tube or they say underground, okay? They don't use the word subway. Subway is an American word, and so only in the United States is where normally you hear the word subway. Or maybe in Japan, they also say subway for the underground, but in England, it's always underground or the tube, okay? And so it's a very specific way. So notice how, okay, it's informal language. Why? Because we are writing maybe for friends, okay? It's our personal diary, so it doesn't matter who reads the text. And we have many vocabulary that we normally don't use in academic writing, okay, or informal text. So we have to be careful. And he is using a variety of tenses. Sometimes when we are writing in informal writing, we don't follow the rules, okay? A veces no utilizamos los pasados. It is okay. Now, we need to differentiate when we are writing for academic purposes or when you need to write a report, when you need to write your thesis. In those cases, we are going to try to avoid informal language and informal rules, like we need to write full sentences, etc. Like in this case, we have some conversations like a question and an answer, and I want you to try to use, think about the information that we just read to try to complete the answer or the question depending on what is missing, okay? I'm gonna give you a number. Javier, are you there? Can you help me with number 2? Javier, are you there? Javier Aguilar?
Yes.
Just think, I'm just telling you the number, but I need to know if you know what you are gonna do. So Javier, number 2. Mike Alvarez, can you help me with number 3?
Number
Yes?
3. Yes.
Okay, number 4, Patricia. Patricia Campos, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, can you help me with number 4 here? Number 5, Jenny. Jennifer, are you there? Yes, no. Okay, Diana Cruz, can you help me with number 5?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, number 6, Arumi.
Yes, teacher.
And number 7, maybe Francisco. Can you help me with number 7?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so try to think about how would you complete the question. Are we going to use one of the tenses that we mentioned before, continuous? Is it simple? Is it past? Is it perfect? Like in the example, where is Tyler spending the year? Oh, he's spending the year in London, okay? Does anybody have? Mhm. I'm asking a question. Can you hear the music or not?
No.
No, okay,
No,
good.
teacher.
For some reason, my neighbors decided to have a party and I can hear the music very well, but I'm glad that you cannot hear it, okay? So that's the problem of living in Mexico. Sometimes your neighbors have like a party outside, right? I don't know if it happens to you, but sometimes they use the street for their own parties, okay? So anybody? People that I mentioned, do you have an answer?
For example, in number 4,
Mm-hmm.
how long is Tyler planning to stay with Dave?
Okay, very good. I think that is good. How long is Tyler planning to stay with Dave? I think it makes sense, okay? Yes,
Teacher,
someone else? Mm-hmm.
number 3,
Mm-hmm.
where does Dave live?
Where does Dave live? Okay, good. Yes, I'm asking about now, right now, right? So in North London will make sense. Yes, somebody else?
In number 6, could it be, does he like his host family? Yes, he does. He thinks they're very nice.
Okay, he thinks they are very nice. Very good. Someone else?
For number 7, could be what did they do on Sunday? And yeah, they went to Shakespeare hometown.
Okay, good. So maybe my question is in simple past, so my answer is also simple past. Someone else, number 5 or number 2?
Teacher, the number 2, is this his first trip abroad? No, it isn't. He had been abroad once before. Last year he went to Mexico.
Okay, very good. So we have a lot of tenses. We have present, we have perfect, we have simple past. Okay, what about number 5?
Why did the guys say cheers to Tyler?
Because
Because he oh,
maybe I want to
he
say lo dejó pasar. How would you say dejar?
let
Mm-hmm.
him pass.
Let him pass, okay, probably. Now I'm gonna play the conversation, okay, the reading, the listening, and so some things you're gonna hear something different in the recording. Your answers are correct. It's just that maybe in the context of that specific exercise they use a different tense, but I think most of them are okay. So listen, just listen and hear.
Track 3. 1. Where is Tyler spending the year?
In London.
2. Is this his first trip abroad?
No, it isn't. He's been abroad once before. Last year he went to Mexico.
3. Where does Dave live?
In North London.
4. How long is Tyler going to stay with Dave?
A few days.
5. Why did the guy say cheers to Tyler?
Because he had let him pass.
6. Does he like his host family?
Yes, he does. He thinks they're very nice.
7. What are they doing on Sunday?
They're visiting Shakespeare's hometown.
Okay. Did anybody notice something, a different answer?
Yes, in the 7,
Mm-hmm.
with the what did is what do they do?
I think it's continuous, no? What, because I'm talking about something like a future activity. What are they
Yes, yes.
doing on Sunday? And then
And the
they,
answer is visiting.
but we need the verb to be. They are visiting. They're visiting, lo usa la forma contracta, so you hear they're visiting Shakespeare hometown, okay, good. There is another change. I think
Yes,
you
in the
know, here, where?
Yes, it was he's been.
Yes,
He's been.
instead of past perfect, it's present perfect. He's been, and so you hear the contraction. He's been abroad once before. Why? Because he's still alive, so I cannot use past perfect, okay? La persona todavía está en viva, entonces como que quedaría raro, como había estado. But I want to say, ha estado en el extranjero once, una vez. So he's been abroad once before. Okay, good. I think also for number 4, instead of planning, you hear another expression.
Is going to.
Planning is not wrong. We use the present continuous to talk about future, but in this particular case, they use the expression he's going to be or he's going to stay. Okay, and so that's what you hear in the recording. And we also use be going to, I'm going to, he's going to, they are going to do something. Tienen algo planeado. So van a hacer algo. So that is what you hear in the audio. So tenses, notice how we are using different tenses. And normally, the way I ask is the way I answer normally. So for example, if I ask you, what are you doing this Sunday? Oh, I'm visiting my parents. So I'm asking with continuous, I am answering with continuous too. But there are occasions where maybe if the information is not real in your context, then you change the tense to let the speaker know that, oh, you know what, it already happened. You know what, it's already finished. And so that's why we are going to use. It's 2 o'clock, so that means that we are right in the middle of the class. I'm going to give you 13 minutes, okay? So you have 13, no, 30, okay? 13 minutes, and so you can take your break, and I see you at 2:13. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
I
teacher.
see you.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Okay, let's continue. Um, Sorry, that is everyone back. We are gonna read another example of text, okay? And so now it's Teresa, and she's writing an email, okay? And so think about the information. I'm gonna ask you some questions at the end of the when one of your classmates has read the text, and then let's see how you answer them, okay? So pay attention. I'm gonna ask any volunteer to read that email. Any volunteer?
Me, teacher.
Me, tell me your name so I can identify.
I'm Brian.
Okay, Brian. Brian, can you help me reading?
Yes.
Mhm.
It's hi, mom. Hi, dad. Thanks for your messages. Always love news from home. Since I arrived here last September, it's been getting hotter and hotter. Wish we had air conditioning, and not just two junky fans. Thank goodness I start work early, 7 o'clock. It's the only cool, no less hot time of day in Tanzania. But hey, I have some cool news. I just bought a bike. Well, not exactly a bike, but a piki. It's a kind of little motorcycle. Everyone has one. Great for getting around. Don't freak, mom. I'm really careful, especially on the bumpy road to school.
Okay, very good, Brian. Any other person who wants to finish the email?
Me, teacher.
Me,
Arumi.
name? Arumi, okay. Sorry, Diana,
Mhm.
okay. Arumi, help me with the second part.
Okay, last Sunday, a group of us, on our pikis of course, headed up the coast to a really awesome beach, Pengani Beach. Incredible white sand covered with fabulous shells. Did I tell you? Shelling is a really popular pastime here. I've already collected hundreds. Some are huge and all shades of pink and orange. I'm going to bring a few home. Anyway, we took a bunch of picnic stuff and barbecued fish and swam until the sun went down. The sunsets here are unbelievable. Very quick, but spectacular. I'm sending you some photos with this email. So that's it for now. Missing you tones. Can't wait to see you. Love, Terry.
Okay, very good. Now, just looking at the email, what do you think? Formal or informal?
A little bit informal.
A little bit informal, right? You're writing to your mother, so your mom, and so that means that it's somebody that you know very, very well, okay? What kind of vocabulary is kind of, or what kind of clues do you have that this is an informal text? We have contractions one more time. What else?
Maybe the expressions?
For example?
Like huge in any way?
Okay, huge, right? Huge is kind of like a little bit informal. Good. For example, don't freak, right? That is kind of like freak is an informal word, okay? We have other examples like, I don't know, the use of exclamation marks. Sometimes those are not that common in formal text because we don't normally use it. We don't tend to express our feelings in formal text, so it's an example. Can't wait to see you. Like I can't wait to see again. I am omitting my subjects. Okay, I am missing the subject in my sentence, and it's perfectly okay. Now I'm gonna ask you some questions, and let's see if you pay attention to the text. Okay, Humberto, how long has Teresa been in Africa? Are you there,
Well,
Humberto?
yes, I'm here.
So how long has Teresa been in Africa?
Okay. Well, there says arrived Last September.
So how would you say desde el septiembre pasado?
Sorry, but I don't know.
Okay. Anyone knows how to say desde?
Since?
Correct. Okay. So you can just say, oh, since last September. And we don't know exactly when now is, but we know that from September, whatever September that is, until now. Okay. So in that case, since last September. Okay, good. Another question, Paulina. Paulina, are you there?
Yes.
What time does she start work? I'm gonna repeat. What time does she start work?
Okay. She started. She started work since I don't find it.
At the very beginning, in the first paragraph, what time does she start work?
Okay. She started work since 7 a.m.
Okay. Yes, or at 7 because it's a very specific hour,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
At 7, she starts because my question is what time does, so present, what time does she start? Oh, she starts work at 7 a.m. Okay, very good. Or 7 o'clock. Lorena, what has she just bought? What has she just bought?
Can you repeat me the question, please?
Yes, what has she bought?
A bike?
A bike, and how does she call it?
Piki piki.
Piki piki, okay? It's like kind of the way the natives of Tanzania call it, okay? Piki piki. Okay, a motorbike, correct, Francisco? Where did she go last Sunday? Francisco, are you there?
Here. Yes,
Mhm.
teacher. Could you repeat the question,
Yes.
please?
Where did she go last Sunday?
To the coast. Beach.
To the beach, okay? To a really awesome beach, okay? Jesus Morales, what's she going to take home? What's she going to take home? No? Jesus?
Nope. I don't
What
know.
is she going to take home? She was on the beach and then there was something that was pretty, maybe. And she says that, okay. Okay, Adair?
It says 100.
Hundreds of what?
Hundreds of
Okay.
100. No.
Okay, Betsy, let's see if Betsy can help you.
100 of shells?
She's gonna take 100. Imagine that is, I think she's gonna be arrested at the airport, okay? I don't think they are gonna allow her to get 100 shells. Maybe, yeah, maybe the collection, the full collection, maybe no, but maybe we can just say, oh, the collection of shells, right, that she has. No, she says that she has collected hundreds. I don't know if she's gonna take all of them or not, but yeah. How many has she collected? 100 or hundreds. It's more than just 100, okay? Let me see. Paula? Paula, what did they do at the beach?
They pick up the shells.
And what else?
And
Adian.
and they make barbecue with fish.
Okay, they barbecue fish and
And swam until the sun went down.
correct. So in addition to collecting shells, probably they barbecue fish and swam until the sun went down. One more person, Edsel. What's she sending to her parents?
She's sending the pictures
Mm-hmm.
that she
Yeah.
has taken.
Yes, some pictures or photos that she has taken, okay? Good, okay? Now, notice how much information we got from just one very, very short text. I'm gonna ask you to do something very, very simple, and it's just a very quick activity. You don't need to spend a lot of time. Imagine that you are writing a Twitter, okay? Maybe not an email because we don't have enough time to write two paragraphs, but a very, very short email, a very, very short tweet, okay? Or post, whatever you, if you're using Instagram or Facebook, imagine that you are writing in English to your friends, okay? Because I want it to be informal. And take a look at the considerations, right? We mentioned that, let me show you because no, this is not the one. Like, for example, I'm gonna show you this part. And so we have, no, what's the other? Okay. So take a look. For example, if we use all of this vocabulary on the left in the email and the tweets from Tyler, all of those words on the left are informal. And then you have the formal version. So instead of saying my body, you say my friend, okay? Instead of saying I don't get it, I don't understand. Hanging out together, spending time together and having fun. Stuff is another way to say things. Mega famous, oh, very famous. Mega is kind of informal, okay? Junkie, not very good, okay? Hey, a word that we use to get somebody, hey, look at my pictures, okay? And so we don't use that informal rating. Cool news, so great or interesting news. Cool is informal. Freak, don't freak, don't get upset. Awesome, amazing, a bunch of, a lot of. So you have on the left side expressions that are informal. So please take a screen capture and I want you to write a very short text, maybe 2 or 3 sentences where you try to use one of these informal sentences or informal words, okay? So maybe you can say, oh, hi, today I started my English class and there is a lot of stuff that I learned today, okay? And so I'm already using stuff. So I want you to just write, imagine that you are writing on your Twitter account and then you are publishing something for your friends, okay? So you are gonna use or try to use the informal version of the words, okay? So take a screen capture because I'm gonna close the window. Remember, use the one on the left, okay? The expression on the left is the one that is informal. Yes, can I move? Can I scroll down?
Yes, teacher.
Yes,
And
yes,
then
please.
remember, another characteristic of informal, sometimes I omit the pronoun, okay, the subject. I can also omit sometimes the verb to be, okay? Maybe I'm gonna try to use auxiliary verbs or I don't need to emphasize the auxiliary verb. And maybe I am gonna use contractions, a lot of exclamations, okay? Sometimes I me como las preposiciones y los artículos como el de, okay? Now, when I ask you to write something in the future, maybe don't be that informal, but it's something that we can still consider. Notice in the Tyler suite, all of these words have been omitted, and that's the way he wrote the sentence. Still visiting the airport, been waiting 3 hours, se come el 4. But seems like se come el 8. And so we have a lot of cases like this. Like instead of saying it's crazy, just crazy, okay? With exclamation mark instead of in the first night. Oh, first night with, and so I'm omitting a lot of words. These are some other examples in Teresa's email. For example, she also omits the pronoun I, and so just start with the second word. Instead of saying at 7, just 7, okay? It's great, just start with great. So all of these are examples of informal writing, something that we use just for fun and for our friends, and that's it, okay? So I'm gonna give you 5 minutes. Do you think that in 5 minutes can you write 2, 3 sentences in the form of a Twitter or a Twitter post or something like that? Is it okay, 5 minutes?
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if you're very convinced or not. Okay, so let's start. So it's 2:28, and where are you gonna put it? Put it on the chat so I can see and everybody can see the text. Just write your text here. 2-3 sentences, okay? What is happening in life? You can imagine, but I prefer if you can put it in context, okay? Something that is real, but if there is nothing interesting in your life right now, maybe you can come up with something, okay? And you can explain what your Twitter is about, okay? So 5 minutes. Very short, 2-3 sentences, no more than that, okay? Okay, Diana, did it really happen?
Yes, I don't know
Yeah?
why she like it, but in the
You
detail,
don't
very
you
good.
don't like you don't like broccoli with cheese and chili?
I like it with chili, but with cheese I never tried it before. But it's not like delicious, but it's not that bad.
Okay, okay. Good, okay. Maybe to make it a little bit more informal, you can say, oh, this morning had lunch with my buddy, right? Omit the I in that context specifically. Okay, good, Diana. That is a good example. I understand that, Soshil. Also, I am hungry too because it's a pretty late, isn't it? Okay, good. Who are you writing in mind? Who are you writing to in mind?
Mm,
Your friend?
I don't understand.
Yes, ¿a quién le escribes? Who is the intended audience?
Okay, maybe my husband.
Okay, that is good. So that's why it says missing you, right? That's why I'm
Okay.
asking. Okay. Yeah, I was like, missing me? Me, I don't know you, Soshil, okay? Okay, good. That sounds good. Okay, now, English always with capital letter. Es así que no se le
Ajá.
pasen, sea formal o
Yes.
informal, always with capital
I
letter. You can.
yes, I remember, but
Mhm.
I don't be sure. Was sure.
Yes, always with capital letter. You
Always.
can edit your answer. Si le das
Yes.
clic tú de tu lado, le
Yes.
tienes 3 puntitos y le puedes editar. Yes, always with capital letter, okay? Okay,
Teacher,
good.
is the same with the pronouns like she, you,
Only
for
only
example?
I. Only
Only
I.
I.
Yeah, the others, if they are in the middle of the sentence, no problem, no capital letter. But I is always with capital letter, no matter where you put it. I, it's always capital letter.
Okay.
Thank you for
Thank you.
asking. So I hope that my students do not write I in small letters. I me dan hasta escalofríos de verlos, okay? But I don't know, as an English teacher, I don't like it, okay? Good. Someone else? Good, Soshi, thank you.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay. Just 2 sentences, 3 sentences, no more. Humberto. English with capital letter. Okay, good. Okay, so you're excited of being in English class, okay? First is RST. Okay, just the spelling of the word. FIRST. First day, that would be better. Okay, Miguel Angel, can you read yours, Miguel Angel?
What?
Can you read your message?
Yes. Sorry. Been waiting 3 months for this moment. My favorite soccer team is ready to jump into the shield, but my body forgot the camera.
Okay. What do you mean chill? Not feel?
Feel. It's correct.
Feel, right? Okay,
Yes.
okay. So my FAF soccer teams or team? Singular or plural? Okay, team is ready to
Singular.
jump. Yes, my favorite soccer team is ready to jump into the field. Okay, good. Okay, good. Arumi?
I read my
Yes,
tweet.
please, Arumi.
Okay. Tired but happy. Been learning French and English for almost 6 hours. One more to go rest.
Did you study French before English class?
Yes, I start at 8
8.
o'clock.
Okay, what level are you in French?
I am in level 5.
Oh, okay. So it's good. Okay, that is good. So no se te cuatrapean las. Yeah.
A little bit because I only have 10 minutes to go rest, go to the bathroom and take some water, and now I am here.
Okay, good. Okay, Arumi, that's good. I was never good at French. Okay, French and English always with capital letter. It doesn't matter if it is formal or informal. It's just correct to write it with capital letter. Okay, Alaid, could you very quickly read yours?
Yes, can you repeat, please?
Could you read your Twitter, your
Yeah.
tweet?
In my English class today, I really interesting, but I a little tired and starving.
Everybody wants to eat food, almost, okay? 1 hour and a half more, 1 hour and 20 minutes more. Okay, yes, English with capital letter. Maria Lorena, Lorena?
Yes. Bro, this week is no joke. I've got like a million assignments and projects, and my profs just keep adding more. I've literally been living on coffee and in the library. Deadlines are killing me, but hey, at least I'm not the only one ruining work. Can't wait for this semester to be done.
Okay, already, and it's just the beginning. Okay, Lorena, very good. Maybe just been living in coffee, been living on coffee, been living on. I've been living on. Let me check the preposition. I'm not very sure that living on is the correct combination, but let me think about it, okay? But the rest is very good. Who are you writing to? To your bro or your friend?
My friend.
Your friend, okay. Francisco?
Yes, very, is still waiting for my body. We had agreed hanging out to the movies and stuff.
Okay, so yeah, that is good. Okay. Lorena, it's okay to live on something, okay, when you're talking about food or drink, that is fine, okay? Good, okay. Your body, we had agreed hanging out to the movies and stuff, okay? Hanging out to the movies, okay? Very good. That you use a lot of words body hanging out and then stuff. Okay, Brian, can you read your sentence?
Yes, teacher. Chilling with my puppy during my English class.
Do you have a puppy right now?
Yeah, teacher. And right now he's barking.
Oh, okay. Okay, what kind of dog is your dog?
He's kind of Chihuahua.
Ah, Chihuahua. Okay, a small dog. Okay, good, Brian. Jesus Morales?
Yes, teacher. Cool news. I finally drove on the boulevard without panicking.
Okay, is that true?
Yes.
You are learning to
Morning.
drive?
Yes, but motorcycle.
Oh,
That's
a
why.
motor. Oh, okay, a motorbike. Okay, good, Jesus. Diana, Belen?
Yes, teacher. The sunset at Cancun is awesome. And at my hotel, there are mega famous people.
Okay, very good. So you would like to be at Cancun right now?
Yes, of course.
Okay, but do you live in Puebla?
Yes, I live in Puebla.
Okay, completely different scenario, right?
Right.
Okay, good, Diana. Christian?
Yep. 3 weeks have passed, regretting regretting no sleeping in auto on vacation.
Okay, so you started classes 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so that's why. Okay. Regretting with double T. Okay, with double T, regretting. Okay, good. Betsy?
Hey, I am in an awesome class. I hope my body come to see me feel chill.
Okay. Okay, good. So I hope your body comes and see you, okay? Good, Betsy. Andrea?
Yeah, I'm so excited about this month. I'm almost done my degree.
Okay. Yes, okay. So you are almost finished. You're almost finished. I'm so excited about the following month, maybe the following month, I'm almost done with my degree. Good. And so you are omitting some prepositions there that we normally will include. So notice, yeah, English, and we are learning a lot of rules and we are reviewing the tenses because I want you to write formal academic writing. Most of you maybe are going to use or you need to speak with a certain level of formality, maybe because you are teaching, maybe because you are writing your thesis, maybe because what the material that you need to read is material that is formal. And so in these cases, we are just writing for fun, no problem, okay? But don't write like that to your teachers or don't write like that to your thesis advisor, okay, or to your boss, okay, because it's not gonna work. But if we are writing for fun, no problem, okay, we can break a little bit the rules and it's still fine. And English, it's a creative language as all the languages, so write as we wish, okay, sometimes. But we have to be careful. And so in order to continue with the purpose of, okay, maybe I need a language for something a little bit more formal, let's try to review a little bit more of the tenses, okay? We kind of started with, identifying what tense are we creating, talking about the tense and the time and the aspect, okay? Remember, we have time, present, past, and future, but we also have simple, continuous, and also what we call the perfect, okay? And so here we have a summary of active voice and passive voice. Let's focus on active. Active means that the person is doing the action, okay? And so when I say I eat an apple, who is doing the action? Who is doing the action in this sentence? I eat an apple. I, right? So the subject, which is I, it's also the agent. It's also the thing or the person doing the action. So when we have agent and subject and they are the same, that is my active voice. Now, what is the thing that I am eating? The apple. And so I'm going to call it, this apple is what we call in English the object. And so this is my normal structure for a sentence in English. Normal structure is subject plus verb plus object, and then we can have a place and time. Okay, that is normally the order in a sentence in English. Subject, verb, object, and place at time, okay? And so this is the normal structure for active voice. My subject is the agent and is doing the action, and then I have a verb, and then something or somebody is receiving the action. I love you. You. Ese you es la persona que recibe mi amor. So we have to identify these two components to be able to differentiate later the passive voice. So in all of these cases, he, she, they, we, I, they are the agents, the people doing the action, and they are also the subjects of the sentence. So we call these active voice. So I'm going to give you one, and then if somebody knows how to construct, we are going to use the verb work. So in present simple, he works. Oh, present continuous, we are working. Anyone the past? The simple past with work? We need to use the same verb, work.
Worked.
Worked, right? With ed at the end. And then past continuous.
Was working.
Was working, right? And so what is the thing that I need to remember? That when I say continuous, what is the auxiliary verb for the continuous form?
ing.
Not exactly. That is the verb the ending that I need in the last verb, but what is my auxiliary?
Had.
For the continuous, not exactly.
The verb to be?
Notice the verb to be. So when I say the auxiliary for the continuous form, it's always the verb to be. If it is present continuous, the verb to be in the present. If it is past continuous, the verb to be in the past. Now, here we have future. So what is the auxiliary for the future?
Will.
Will. Okay, so that means that when I say future simple, what do I need? Very simple. So I need my auxiliary and the verb. So they
Will work.
Will work. Okay, that's it. Okay, but now it's continuous. So I need auxiliary for the future because it's future continuous plus auxiliary of the continuous and then my verb in ing. So you
Will working.
Will working.
will auxiliary for the continuous.
Will be.
And then ing, okay? I need to remember, I need future, will, and I need continuous. So I need be plus a verb in ing, okay? Now let's go to the perfect. What is the auxiliary for the perfect aspect?
Has or have.
Have or has perfect, okay? So in that case, present perfect simple. We
Have.
And then?
And past, the verb in past. We
In
have
past,
worked.
we say past participle because it's not simple past. This is a regular verb, so it doesn't matter because it's same form. But in some other cases, for example, when I say eat is present, ate is past, and then we have past participle, eaten, okay? So I need the past participle. We have worked. And in continuous, I need the perfect plus the auxiliary for the continuous and then my verb in ing. Present perfect continuous. Anyone?
She will have.
Okay, but it's not future.
Have been.
Okay, she. Again, she.
Have been.
Have, but I use have with we, but with she.
Has.
She has,
She has been working.
Working, correct. And so I need to remember, for the present perfect simple, have plus a verb in past participle. So I need the same logic. Has plus past participle, and then the ing because it's continuous. So that is the structure. Have or has plus been plus a verb in ing is the present perfect continuous, okay? Now what happens with the past perfect? What is the past version of have? Past version of
I had worked.
correct. So instead of using have in the present, I'm gonna use had in the past. I had worked, okay? And in the past perfect continuous,
You have been working.
correct. You had been working, okay? And then we can also have future perfect simple, in that case, auxiliary for the future, auxiliary for the perfect, and my verb in past participle. Future perfect will have plus a verb in past participle. Future perfect continue will have been and then a verb in ing. And so it's just a repetition of the same auxiliary verbs, okay? Questions about this? No? And then I'm gonna ask the questions. Diana Cruz, if I want to say present perfect continuous of the verb eat.
Eaten.
But tell me the whole sentence. Imagine that I say
Okay.
see. See and eat in present perfect continuous.
She has been. She has been eating.
Correct, ok. Entonces nada más copio lo mismo y le cambio el verbo al final, ¿cierto? She has been eating, ok. Jesús, tell me the past perfect of the verb run with we.
¿Run de correr o
Yes, yes, yes.
algo?
Past perfect with we and run.
We has been
Past.
and continues.
No, past perfect simple.
We had run.
Correct, okay, we had, and then my verb in past participle. Run is run, run. Es uno de los verbos irregulares. Run is in present, run is in the past, and run again in the past participle, okay? Let's see, Brian, can you tell me the future perfect continuous of the verb sleep with the pronoun I?
Okay, I will disculpe, I'm sorry.
Future perfect continuous.
Future perfect continuous. I will have been sleeping a lot of time.
Yes, I will have been sleeping for a long time, for example, okay? So that is perfectly okay. So how to create this? We need to remember the use of auxiliary verbs. What is the auxiliary for the future? Will. What is the auxiliary for the perfect tense in present? Have or has. What is the auxiliary for the continuous? The verb to be plus a verb in ing. What is the combination of, what is the auxiliary for the past perfect? Have, okay? And so if I remember auxiliary verbs, then it's gonna be a little bit easier to remember. Now, what happens with the passive voice? We mentioned that all of this is active. The subject is doing the action and is also the agent, okay? Now, what happens if I want to say, la manzana es comida por mí? How would you say that in English? La manzana es comida por mí. It sounds weird, but it's possible. La manzana es comida por mí.
The apple is eaten by me.
Correct, by me. Okay, and now the apple is the subject, okay? But the apple is not the agent. La manzana no hace la acción. Okay, yo sigo siendo la persona que se come la manzana. So the subject is not the agent, is not the person doing the action. And so in that case, what I'm gonna need is verb to be plus a verb in past participle. That is the rule for passive, okay? In the passive voice, always I have my auxiliary verb to be plus a verb in past participle. So if I say, take a look at my sentence, instead of saying I eat an apple, I say I ate an apple. So what is the past version of this sentence? In passive voice. Instead of saying the apple is eaten by me, what do I say?
The apple was eaten.
Okay. And the only thing that I'm changing is the verb to be. Instead of present, I'm going to use the past. The apple was eaten by me. Okay. And so we are going to use the same construction. Now, it becomes a little bit more complex with future and perfect, but it's basically the same. I just need to remember my auxiliary verbs. So instead of saying in present simple, they are made, right? For example, cars are made. Continues. Oh, it is being made. Notice how I have two verb to be. One is the auxiliary for the continuous, one is the auxiliary for the passive, and then I have my verb to be my verb in past participle. But I'm following the rule. Be plus past participle. Tengo be en ing más un verbo en pasado participio. Okay? So in past simple in passive voice. We already did example with the apple. So instead of eaten, what do I need? Past simple in passive voice. Remember, verb to be in the past plus a verb in past participle. So, anybody? Don't worry, no les pasa nada si se equivocan. It's better, in fact, it's better to make a mistake. No? Verb to be in the past.
It was made.
It was made, correct, and my verb in past participle. And that's it. This in passive voice. And then past continuous. Just change the verb to be instead of present, put it in the past.
It was made.
It was being made, okay? Siempre que tenga un continuo, necesito el ing, okay? So I have ing, yes. I have a verb in past participle, yes. And I have the verb to be in the past, yes. So it's past continuous, okay? In passive voice. So verb to be in the past plus being, it's always being, plus a verb in past participle, made. Now future, what is the auxiliary for the future?
Will.
Will, okay. What is the auxiliary for the passive voice?
Will be.
And then what do I need after the verb to be?
Verb in past participle will
Past
be made.
participle. So made again. So notice how it is different from the past, the future continuous, okay? This is continuous and this is passive voice. What is the difference? This is active and has ing, okay? In English, not all of the tenses can be placed in passive voice. So it's a little bit easier. No tenemos todos los tiempos del continuo en voz pasiva. ¿Por qué? Porque tendríamos muchos verbos con muchos auxiliares y no es posible. Entonces nos quedamos hasta el pasado continuo y ya. No hay otras formas en el continuo en voz pasiva, ¿ok? So in this case, will plus be plus a verb in past participle. Present perfect. What is the auxiliary for the perfect tense? Have, okay. And then I need the auxiliary for the passive.
They have been.
Been. And then? Past participle, remember?
Made.
Made, okay. So it's different from these two constructions. Aquí no tengo el been al medio y aquí no tengo el verbo en pasado participio al final. So they have been made. So it's passive voice. How do I know? Because of the be. Ese be no tendría que estar por aquí si no tengo ing. Entonces no es ing, es pasado participe, tiene que ser voz pasiva porque la regla es be plus past participle is passive voice. Okay. What about number? What is the auxiliary for the past perfect?
Had been.
Have. Okay. And then been. And then
Made.
made. Okay. And I'm following the rule. Auxiliary for the past perfect, have. Auxiliary for the passive voice, be in past participle form, and then another verb in past participle form. And then notice at the end, future perfect. Auxiliary for the future, will. Auxiliary for the perfect, have. Auxiliary for the passive voice, been. Plus a verb in past participle. And that is kind of the way that we can memorize the tenses, okay? We need to remember the auxiliary verbs for each of these tenses. We are gonna do one exercise. Let's try to do this. Let's see if you can identify what auxiliary verb you need, okay? So for example, here you have last night. So you need the auxiliary for the past, right? And so did. Did you watch TV last night? Okay, so let's try to do this exercise to see if you can remember what auxiliary do you need according to the tense that you have in the sentence, okay? Please join the way round. Okay, can I start? I'm missing 2, 3 people. Just one more minute. Okay, good. Javier, Paola, I don't know who is Pa. Who is Pa? No? Is it Paola? Is it Patricia? No?
Okay.
I don't know who is Pa. Pa? Patricia or Pa?
Patricia.
Patricia, okay, okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's because I am wondering, okay. Very good. So, and the winner was Arumi, okay. Arumi, good job. Okay, she finished very, very quickly. Okay, so no big mistakes. I think most of maybe this one, Mexico win its match last Sunday last. So that means that it happened. It is finished. So simple pass, okay. I did in that particular context, okay. Okay, good. This one will tomorrow. So we already have the will here, so I just need the verb in the base form. Will be there tomorrow. We need to make sure that we aren't late as well, okay? In that case, how to say, like the first tense continues with the idea, and so in that case, will be there tomorrow. We need to make sure that we aren't late as well. Como que se queda el futuro entre estas dos oraciones y ya no necesitamos volver a hacerlo con el want, okay? It's not completely wrong, but it's more natural to use in this case because it's like saying the continuous form. So that is kind of the intention in that particular sentence. We remember we use the present continuous also to talk about the future. The past form of drink, drank, okay? Drunk is the past participle. So drink, drank, drunk. Remember those three forms. Good. Now, we are going to do one more exercise to talk about auxiliary verbs because it's very important when I mention, remember the auxiliary verb for this. So it's going to make your life easier if you remember what is an auxiliary verb. An auxiliary verb is basically a verb that helps me create tenses, but also helps me create negatives and questions, okay? That is basically the function of an auxiliary verb. Give me a second, I don't remember if yes, I have this. So when I say auxiliary verb, I'm referring specifically to these verbs, okay? Can you help me reading? Excellent. Could you help me reading? There are three classes of verbs in English, auxiliary verbs, modal verbs, and full verbs. Could you help me with the auxiliary verbs until here?
Yep.
Here.
Okay. Auxiliary verbs. We have three auxiliary verbs: be, do, and have.
Help me with it.
Be is used with verb plus ing to make continuous verb forms. You're lying. Present continuous. We'll be having dinner at 8 o'clock. Future continuous. Be is used with the past participle to make the passive. These books were printed in China. Past simple, passive voice.
The city has been destroyed. Past perfect, passive voice.
Okay, so remember, be, we use it as an auxiliary verb to create continuous form and passive structures, okay? And we also use it, it's a special case because we can also use be to make negatives and to make questions. So if I want to say, are you a student? In that case, are you a student is helping me as an auxiliary verb, but it's also the full verb, is the main verb of the sentence, okay? When I say full verb, I'm talking about verbs, like, so for example, here, have, okay? Ese have es un full verb, es es la acción principal. The be is not the main action, it's just a component of, the main action is have. The main action is print. The main action is destroyed. And so all of those are full verbs in this context. Auxiliary verb, okay, it's helping me create questions, it's helping me create negatives, it's helping me create the past, the continuous or the passive voice. That's what I mean by auxiliary verb. Now, we also have do. Can you help me reading, Brian?
Yes, teacher. Do, does, did are used in the simple present and simple past, in interrogative and negative forms. Do you live near here? Question. She doesn't understand. Negative. When did they arrive? Question in past tense. Do, does, did are used to express emphasis when there is no other auxiliary. I'm not interested in sports, but I do like tennis. Why didn't you tell me? I did tell you.
Okay, so we use these auxiliaries for questions and negatives in the present, do or did, or in the past, did or didn't, for example, in negative form. And so that is a common use. Remember, in positive sentences, we normally don't use auxiliary verbs, okay? I eat, I buy, I watch TV. I don't use auxiliary for that. It's just my main verb, my full verb. Watch, live, see, run, any kind of action. But sometimes, for emphasis, we kind of repeat the auxiliary verb. This is not a normal sentence, okay? It's just for emphasis. Normally, we use it for speaking rather than writing. I do like tennis. So imagine that sometimes says, oh, you don't like tennis, right? And then you say, no, 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 I do like tennis. And we have to put emphasis in the do. And so it's a special case. We also use these auxiliary verbs for emphasis in the present and in the past. We also use it, and maybe you don't have it here, but we also use these auxiliary verbs in short answers, right? When I have a yes, no questions, are you hungry? Yes, I am. Of course I am, okay? So, do you like jazz? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Have you seen John? No, I haven't. Yes, I have, okay? Estas respuestas cortas utilizan los auxiliares, and so we don't use the main verb. We don't use like, we don't use see. Instead, I use the auxiliary verb to avoid the repetition of this, okay? So that's what I do. Have, can you help me reading Paulina? Paulina, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Have is used with the past participle to make perfect verbs, forms in passive and active voice. Have you ever tried sushi? Present perfect simple. She hadn't visited her aunt for a long time. Past perfect. And the letter will have been written by 10 p.m. tomorrow. Future perfect passive.
Okay, and so we need to remember this is the auxiliary for the perfect form. And we use it also in negative form, and we also use it to create questions. Have you ever tried? So it's, remember, it's the auxiliary for the perfect, but also it helps me create a negative and the question form of those tenses, okay? Now, let's try to see if you can identify what do we need. Do we need an auxiliary verb or do we need the full form? La acción principal, okay? And so in this case, we can only use have, has, the verb to be in the present or in the past, or do, okay? So for example, they had finished supper when we arrived. In this case, have is helping me create the past perfect, so it's an auxiliary verb. Oh, we didn't have pizza for supper last night. Didn't have. Have in this context is a full verb. No comimos, no teníamos, okay? And so it's an action, it's the main action of the sentence. The didn't is the auxiliary, but the have is the full verb. Just focus on have, be, or do in this particular context, okay? So think about what is the form that I need? Do I need have, the verb to be or do? And is it an auxiliary verb or a full verb in that particular sentence, okay? So I'm gonna give you a number, but before that, questions. Is it clear what is the difference between a full verb and an auxiliary verb?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, yes, I hope so. Let's see. Paulina, help me with number 3. Humberto, help me with number 4. Yes? Just confirm so I know that you know what number I am giving you. Paulina, number 3?
Yes.
Oh, no. Just think Humberto, number 4. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Gaby Serrano, number 5. Yes?
Okay.
Betsy, number 6.
Okay.
Number 6. Andy Navarrete, number 7.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Lorena, number 8. Yes, Lorena? No? Okay, in that case, Francisco, number 8.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Number 9, Jesus Morales.
Okay.
Diana Belen, could you help me with number 10?
Yes, teacher.
Jennifer, are you there? No? Okay, in that case, Juan Cárdenas, could you help me with number 11?
Yes.
Okay, and number 12, maybe Paula. Paula, can you help me with the last one? Tell me what correct form of have, be, or do we need, and if it is an auxiliary or a full verb. If you already have an answer, you can tell me. It doesn't have to be in order, okay?
In the last one, maybe could be I did my homework very quickly last night.
Auxiliary or full verb?
Full verb.
Full verb, right? It's the main action. Correct, okay, and it's just my verb in the simple past. Okay, very good. Someone else?
The 9. This graffiti was done by the British artist Bansky.
Okay, auxiliary or full verb?
Is an auxiliary.
What is helping you create?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, what is an auxiliary verb? What is helping you do? Okay, what tense do you have in the sentence? Are you creating the continuous? Are you creating the active, the passive? What are you creating?
This is the passive voice.
Passive voice, correct. Now, could you put that sentence into active voice?
Okay, as it would be the British artist Bansky did this graffiti.
My spelling. Banksy. Again, could you repeat? The British artist Banksy.
Did this
Perfect.
graffiti.
So correct. So it's an auxiliary verb because it's helping me create the passive voice, and so it's the passive voice in the past. So my original sentence in active should be with a verb in the past. The British artist Banksy did this graffiti. Okay, perfect. Someone else?
The 6. Maria overslept, so she didn't catch her train.
Okay. She overslept, and so didn't auxiliary or main verb? Full verb.
Auxiliary.
Auxiliary is helping you create what?
Excuse me?
What is helping you create? ¿Qué te ayuda a formar? ¿Qué tiempo? ¿Qué forma?
Simple past.
Simple past in negative form, right? So yes, it's an auxiliary verb. Okay, very good. Someone else?
Number 10.
Mm-hmm.
My boiler has been repaired at the moment.
Has been not wrong, not completely wrong, but it says at the moment. So it means that it's in progress. So instead of perfect tense, I think I need has been. I think instead of the perfect, maybe the yes, okay, that would be better. Is it active or passive?
Is passive.
Passive, okay. And so is an auxiliary or a full verb?
It's an auxiliary.
It's an auxiliary. It's helping you create the passive voice. Now, how would you say that sentence in active voice? Sorry, this is active. I made a mistake. Active and the one that we have. So
Inactive.
Who is doing it? Probably a person, right?
Maybe my father is repairing my boilers.
My father, could you repeat?
My father is repairing my boiler. At this moment, maybe.
Okay. Perfect, that is correct. My father is repairing my boiler at this moment, at the moment. So that is the active version. Notice how I'm removing one verb to be. Le quito un verbo cero estar porque ya no es voz pasiva, entonces ya no necesito ese auxiliar. Okay, good. Somebody else?
Number 3.
It
has been a lovely day. Thank you.
Okay, it has been auxiliary or full verb?
Auxiliary.
Auxiliary, okay, and I'm creating the perfect tense. Good. In the present, it has been. Okay, good. Someone else?
The 4.
11.
Okay, number 4 first.
Okay, I always eat a snack after work.
But I need to use one of these verbs. So which of them can I use to replace eat? When I say, did you dinner? Did you lunch? What verb do I use?
I always do eat a snack.
It's not do,
Sorry.
but it's a good guess because we use a lot of do, but no.
Okay.
Tener.
Yes.
It's half, okay? We
It's
say
half.
let's
I
have
always have.
dinner. Let's have a snack. Let's have food. The meaning is comer, but for some reason we replace it with have, okay? Let's have dinner. Let's have lunch. Let's have breakfast. Let's have a snack. We use it in replacement of eat, okay? It's not completely wrong to use eat, but it's more natural to say have. Let's have, okay? Now, do is another verb that we use to replace a lot of other expressions. For example, do the dishes. What I'm saying is wash the dishes, okay? And so it's another common verb that we use to replace. Auxiliary or full verb in this sentence? If it is replacing, but if it is replacing it, is it an auxiliary verb?
Yes. I think yes.
Not really. It is an action, so it's the main action. So instead of saying I always eat a snack, you are saying I always have a snack, but it has the meaning of eat. So in this particular case, no me ayuda ni a creer en el perfecto, no me ayuda a crear el negativo, nothing. It's the main verb, it's comer. And so in this case, it's a full verb, okay? We use have, but the meaning is comer, so it's an action by itself, okay? What about number 5?
Yes. This maybe. Okay. I have always had a passion for Indian food.
So have, auxiliary or full verb?
Auxiliary.
What about the have here?
It's like expression to the passion.
Yes. Okay, and so this is the auxiliary. Okay, siempre que tengo un auxiliar debo de tener un verbo principal or a full verb, what we call it. And so this is my auxiliary, but this is my full verb. Okay, because it's the had a passion, tener una pasión, right? Not literally to have, but it's kind of figurative. Okay, so in this case, this have auxiliary because it's helping me create a perfect, and this one is my full verb because it's the main verb of the sentence. Okay. Good. Auxiliary verb number 7. Who was number 7?
It's what have you do to your hair? You look awful.
Okay. Do. So I have. After have, my verb has to be in past participle. What is the past participle of do? Anybody? Past participle of do?